Hello everyone, sorry it's been a while since I've done any sort of video. I'm sure, as any of you can appreciate, maybe those more so who are directly involved in education or training at the moment, that this time of year is very, very busy. So fortunately, because obviously it's coming up to the last week of school before Christmas, I'm not teaching as much next week. I will be leading activities, but I haven't planned as such or anything. So between myself and my mentor, we're just sort of not team teaching, but leading at different points. So whilst I've got a bit of a free Sunday going on, although I need to organise Christmas cards that I'm making tomorrow, I need to make a practice one, just so I know what I'm doing and how to demonstrate this. I'm going to get on with, I've already done some of them. I've made some little gift boxes for my students. So I love my class to bits, and I've probably said that a million times already on the very few videos I've done, but I wanted to do something for them that was relatively inexpensive, that I knew they'd all love. Just a little small token gesture. So any tips maybe like next year, or any other points, or just sort of prizes for your class really. I got these snap bands, so there were some other different designs as well, hoping you can see those. There we go. So I got these snap bands from Amazon. I believe they were £9 something, but I had a 46 pack for all of those. Now I've only got 22 in my class, so I thought if I bought those, I've got a stash for next year as well then, which I can probably just get some more if I want to buy those again. But they're just good little things to have. I might even use them as prizes with my own class next year, hopefully, if I qualify, which I'm hoping I do. So I've got those. They're brilliant. This inspired me really because they had the snap bands on Remembrance Day. Now I was shocked when I saw the snap bands on Remembrance Day, because I don't remember us ever having those. Maybe we just weren't allowed, I don't know. But I mean, these are very thin. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but the kids will love them. They love their snap bands. They still wear them now. So I'm hoping this will be just an inexpensive little thing. And then I've just put in each one just a couple of golden coins, which actually I got from, I think it was Poundland, for 49p for a pack of 10, which makes no sense, but I'm not going to complain because they were relatively inexpensive. And these beautiful little boxes come in many different designs, but as you can probably see, you do have to assemble them yourself. So they're not hard. You literally just fold them over and put them together, and then you put a little tie with your little tags. Tag, example, got a name on. There we go. And yeah, they're really lovely. And I think for a pack of 25 maybe, or 26, they were £3 something. So all in all, it's cost me less than £15 for everything here to do all of the class and to have some left over for next year. So that is my top advice. I know that some people have got those scratchy foil things of snowmen, which I did look at getting, but for some reason I chose the snap bands. I think just because I knew that they'd love the snap bands so much on Remembrance Day, that I just decided to carry on with that. So, whilst I'm rambling, even though I've been rambling already, I'm just going to make the last few that I've got. So one, you can see how they're made, and two, I just want to sort of let people catch up on my experience, because I do think, and I've tried looking out for videos of people who talk about their sort of placement experiences, and sort of I think now is a really good time for reflection for me in particular, because obviously starting a new placement after Christmas, but I've got 2 training weeks after Christmas as well, which gives me plenty of time sorry, I'm losing my voice. Plenty of time to reflect on my training so far and what I want to get out of my next placement and what I need to work on. So for those of you maybe who haven't watched my other videos, the very few that there are, I am currently in a very small village school where it's an amazing school. I love it so much. I cannot talk highly enough of the school. It's like nothing I've ever been in. We're single form entry, and I'm currently in the year 3 class. We've got a very small class, but they're all lovely. I mean, we get squabbles and, you know, some that don't listen and test the boundaries and whatever, but you get that in every class. And as a class, I personally don't feel like they're too bad, and, you know, they are really lovely. So I've just realised I've been very rude. I've got my baby bunny in the background, Bertie. Some of you might have seen Flumpy the last time, but yeah, he likes to be sociable, but he's asleep. So if you see him nodding off or move suddenly, he is dreaming. He's not poorly. Anyway, yeah. So we've got a really great class, but I think the thing I found the most sort of confidence building in this placement is my mentor. And I know that some people have I know mentors are meant to be there for support, but I know that some people have had some mentors, I don't want to say rubbish, because I don't think that when you sign up to be a mentor by any means that you go, oh well, I'm just not going to help them. That's not, I don't think that's how people think. Maybe they do, I don't know, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I maybe think that the criticism is less constructive, and with the difference being with my mentor, especially from what I've heard from other people saying, and that's not just people on my course, that's people who've been on different courses as well, that my mentor will observe, not interfere in the lesson. She will give me feedback, she will talk to me about it, obviously write it down because she has to, but then she will then tell me what she would do to improve it next time, or different options, or have you thought about this? And she's not rude in any way. She does it in a way that gives you that opportunity to progress, as mentors should. But I think some mentors struggle with giving that feedback, and I do understand that all teachers are different. There are all different ways, you know, that people manage a classroom and they like to teach their children, but that reflection on, well, okay, what can you do now, is really important, that I think some mentors maybe miss by the sounds of it. But maybe I'm just really lucky, so I love where I am. My mentor's literally the most wonderful person ever. But the school's amazing, and, you know, I've been given the opportunity to teach full days, as well as, you know, those real focused areas of science, maths, English, looking at how they do things, you know, given the opportunity to see how that varies from year group to year group, and also going to observe lessons elsewhere, which is really nice. So, for example, I went to observe phonics in year 1 the other day, and I was a bit behind with that because of COVID. That was meant to be done, I think, before October half term, but I think there's been a bit of confusion on when that was meant to be done by, but never mind. I couldn't go and observe anyway for a long time because of COVID outbreaks and things like that, but because that has got slightly better, touch wood, I was given the opportunity to go and do that, and I'm so glad I did, because the teacher who did it was just brilliant, and she made it look so effortless. And actually, I've just recently found out my next placement in primary school, which is a massive 4-form entry school. Got about 1,000 children, I believe. And I was a bit worried to start with, but I do think that it will help me grow. And I know that's the whole point of going to different placements, but I'm looking at it in a lot more optimistic way now. Whereas I was thinking, oh my god, the contrast is so different, it's so much bigger, I don't think I'll suit a big school. Having now spoken to my new mentor and the support she's already given me before I've even met her, you know, and what she's told me about her class, I'm a lot more excited, and I know the workload's going to be more for me, but I'm kind of excited about that. And it's I'm in year 1 again, not again, because I'm in year 3, but what I mean is from going from the year 1 phonics observation, I'm really happy that I went to year 1 to see that, because obviously I'm going to be teaching it at some point. So I am looking forward to it an awful lot more than I was, and I've heard really good things about the school, so I'm optimistic. I'm still a bit worried, but I'm optimistic, and I think give me a couple of weeks and I'll be absolutely fine, by which point then the rest of the weeks will have flown by and I'll be back at my first placement. But hey ho, you know, it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I think the run up to Christmas is a real testing point for everybody, and you know, a lot of people will have been having their observations, and I had a formal observation. I was the first one actually, you know, I agreed to have mine, and I was so nervous. But I think sometimes you've got to have more faith and just show that you're there for the children, you want to help them to learn, and that you've taken on advice, you're trying to meet your target, and that's the most important thing at the moment. So I think we get into that habit, even qualified teachers who've been doing it for years, I'm told, that you sort of put yourself down all the time, and it's not good for mental health or anything like that, because you have really high expectations of yourself, which is brilliant, and that's great for the kids and showing that, you know, always do your best, but not to the point where you absolutely burn yourself out. I mean, I've had a moment in this term where I was crying because I was in so much pain, so I literally worked myself to the bone, but loving it whilst I was doing it, so it never felt like a chore, it never felt like a job, it was always something I wanted to do. But I think, and I know people say it all the time, but teachers really need to try and take care of themselves, you know, which is easier said than done. I fully appreciate that with such a workload, but I think just being conscious of that and remembering that, right, people are telling me I need to look out for myself. Maybe I just need to have a night off tonight, not saying every night, but just have a night off tonight, have a break if you can, and going back to something else. But yeah, so I don't know about everybody else's experience, but mine's been quite positive so far. I'm hoping that it will remain a positive experience in my next placement, and I'm sure it will be, but who knows, things could go completely wrong. I could decide that teaching isn't for me. Nothing's ever off the cards. I changed my mind like the wind, so we shall see. But yeah, in the meantime, if you want any advice on placements, which I'm probably not in the best position to give, given that I'm still a trainee, but I seem to have gotten on well so far, or if there's anything that I've touched on that you'd like to know more information about, then please drop me a comment or follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm at Miss T Trainee. And yeah, send me a message and I'm happy to reply. If you do send me a message and I don't respond straight away, I don't always get those messages come through, because for some reason, although it's an open account, it still comes through as a request. So we shall see. But if you need anything, just drop me a message, and I hope that everybody has a restful and wonderful Christmas, and you know, we're almost there. Keep going. A new year is a new year. It's a new placement for most of us. Wipe it clean, start again, and just keep going and being amazing and show children what you are made of and be really good role models to them. So bye from me and Bertie, and have an amazing Christmas.